at the stadium as the evening curled around the floodlights and the sounds of the stadium architecture. I decided to take a stroll to breathe in some fresh air after the tense game. My steps were slow and the air was thick with a sense of low. In the darkness, surrounded by vast stands, I felt tiny, as if in the clutches of hopelessness. My clothing merged with the shadows, barely visible in the flickering light. At that moment, feeling so small and vulnerable, I heard a rustle around the corner. My heart tightened. In the darkness, I couldn't make out anything concrete, but something was there, lurking in the shadows. I dismissed it as just my imagination, my fear of loneliness. But as I continued to move forward, the rustling grew louder and closer. Stopping, I tried to gather my thoughts and steady my nerves. Suddenly, from the darkness before me, something emerged that made my blood run cold. It was a creature from nightmares, enormous, covered in hair all over its body, its eyes gleaming in the darkness, giving the impression that night itself dwelled within them. I stood frozen in place, unable to move. My body refused to obey, and my mind froze with terror. The creature approached, its steps heavy and rhythmic, as if it were under the influence of some sinister ritual. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears like the blows of a heavy hammer. Only when it came close enough did I discern its face. It was something out of nightmares, something even in the most terrifying dreams a man could not imagine. Its eyes gleamed like those of a beast captivated by its prey. I felt its gaze piercing through me, as if it could see all my fears and doubts. The creature stopped before me, its breath heavy and raspy. I couldn't move, I couldn't even scream. In that moment, I realized my life was in danger and that this world harbored far more horrors than I could have imagined. I closed my eyes, ready for it all to end. But in the next moment, when I dared to open my eyes, the creature was gone, as if it had never existed. I stood there, trembling with fear. But now, something else stirred in my heart. The knowledge that in this world, there are dark forces we cannot. Since then, I have never wandered the stadium alone again. But sometimes, when night falls, I still feel that gaze upon me, that same fear that makes me wonder, what if that creature is still out there, in the darkness, waiting for its next inhumane